Smash the like button, and also Josh Alexander made a huge mistake by signing with All Elite Wrestling.
So, let's talk about All In Texas. The first match, the Ops versus the Death Riders BBC Club without Pac-Man. Where is Pac-Man, and why has Pac-Man been replaced by this fat guy named Gabe Kidd? All right, so how about this observation? I think that people don't take the Death Riders BBC Club seriously. It's mainly because of Wheeler Useless. Okay, here's what I mean. This group had Daniel Bryan. This group has Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, Pac-Man. And now we got Wheeler Useless? That's why people don't take this faction seriously. It's mainly because of Wheeler Useless. He doesn't look right in this group. He looks like a cashier. He looks like an Uber driver. That's my point. Let's say they were to replace Wheeler Useless with a Kyle O'Reilly. That would work. That would fit. Why would people hate a group of guys that were in the World Wrestling Federation? There's Pac-Man, Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, guys like that who are in this group or were. If you take out Wheeler Useless, people would take this faction seriously. Why wouldn't you? It's like, bro, he is such a skinny guy. It's like he doesn't look right in this group. He's the smallest, skinniest guy in this faction. That's the main issue. Pac-Man, swole, jacked up. Cesaro, swole, jacked up. Dean Ambrose is a big, thick dude. But what about Wheeler Useless? He doesn't look good for the cosmetics of this faction. So, what is my grade for this match? I will give it a 5 out of 10. Based on the fact that this match had too many forearms. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Too many stiff forearms. I hate that spot. When two guys, they stand there and they trade forearms or they trade chops. My God, they were spamming that in this match. What is with All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling? They love spamming moves in matches. I'm trying to figure out who's producing these matches. Did he work for New Japan Pro Fake Wrestling? Who is producing these matches? They look the same. I hate that fucking spot with a passion. I stand there, you stand there, I give you a hard chop, and vice versa. So we trade chops back and forth. We trade forearms back and forth. I hate that fucking spot. I will say this, Powerhouse Hobbs was great in this match. As always, what are my thoughts about Gabe Kidd? Gabe Kidd is a tryhard. He doesn't have heel heat. He doesn't know how to be a heel. He's a tryhard. It's like he loves to antagonize the audience. It's like that is cheap heat. He's a corny, try-hard heel. He doesn't know how to be a heel. He always has the same stupid look on his face. He's a generic, bland heel. And also, he's a bald-headed fuck. So that's how you know I don't like this guy. Because he is a bald-headed fuck. And that's why he's boring, bland, and generic. And he's pale. It's like, bro, where's your tan? That's the main issue. He has no tan. It's like, you can't be a fat white guy and you're bald and you have no tan? That's insane in the membrane. Where is your tan? And will you please stop trying so hard to be a heel? He is a tryhard. He was very hard to watch in this match. Gabe Kidd is a cringe fake pro wrestler. I would say the best part of this whole entire match was Samoa Joe giving the muscle buster. That's about it. But overall, this was a very boring, bland match. And the Ops did win this match. But Samoa Joe got injured. The BBC Club, the Death Riders BBC Club, it looks like they broke Samoa Joe's neck in an angle. They Brian Pillmanized his neck. That was wild stuff. I don't know why they did that. Is Samoa Joe going away? Because most likely, Samoa Joe will be off TV by that same logic. Now, let's talk about the next match. Kyle Mother effing Fletcher versus Goldust versus Sammy G versus Danny Garcia for the TNT Heavyweight Championship because Adam Cole can't stay healthy. I tried to warn you about Adam Cole. I said this was a mistake to crown him as the TNT Heavyweight Champion. I told you this man should take steroids. What's the problem with steroids? Steroids are very safe in 2025 if you know what you're doing. Don't abuse them. That's all. Don't abuse roids. You don't have to look like Scott Steiner. Nobody is asking that. But look like an athlete. That's all. Bro, he just came back from an injury. And now look at him. Like I said, lift weights, work out, bulk up. Because you need that extra cushion. When you fall in the ring, when you get body slammed, you need that extra cushion to break your fall. If you are bony and skinny, listen, you will get injured more than others. Look at Adam Cole. This guy has to drop the TNT Championship before a pay-per-view? That's crazy. That's insane. Like I said, Vince McMahon did the right thing. Everything Vince McMahon has done in the past, it ages well years later. You thought Vince McMahon was crazy to make Adam Cole a manager for Keith Lee. Man, that was the best decision. Adam Cole should have taken that offer. You never know. Look at LA Cosplay. You never know. Adam Cole made a huge mistake. Because look, he's very, very frail. He can't stay healthy. Like I said, he will never become a world heavyweight champion in All Elite Mega Pro Wrestling. Why? Why would Adam Cole win that championship? He doesn't have the body to be a world champion. He can't stay healthy, even as a mid-card champion. As a mid-card champion, you still can't stay healthy? That's crazy. Like I said, Adam Cole should have taken steroids. Listen to Billy Graham. Billy Graham tried to give him game. He told him, take steroids, take roids, get buff, get swole, get jacked up, because muscles can also protect your body. It's not all about the cosmetics. No, having muscle can reduce injuries. That's why we tell Adam Coleslaw, lift weights, get buff, get swole, get jacked up, like me. Listen, I'm not trying to kick a man while he's down. I'm not trying to run that fade with a man while he's down. I'm not doing that. I'm just giving you facts on facts. Look at him. He just came back from an injury, and now he's back to being injured to a point where he has to drop that belt. You want to talk shit about Jack Perry, but at least Jack Perry never had to relinquish that TNT Championship. You want to say, oh, Jack Perry, he needs to get jacked up and buff. Well, he's bigger than Adam Cole. Hence why Jack never got injured as the TNT Heavyweight Champion. Like I said, I'm not trying to pour it on. I'm just giving you facts. I'm mad. I'm pissed off that Adam Cole got injured and he had to drop this belt. I'm not happy. I'm pissed off. So, what are my thoughts about Adam Cole's injury? Should he retire? No, but he should become a manager, a permanent manager, until he gets buff and swole and jacked up. He needs to be a manager. Now do you see what Vince McMahon was talking about? He knew that Adam Cole's girly, brittle, fragile body can't withstand a hard schedule on the main roster in the World Wrestling Federation, and that's why he wanted Adam Cole to become a manager. He knew he couldn't stay healthy with that little frail, girly body. Now, what are my thoughts about this match? Obviously, Kyle, Mother effing Fletcher, the Cobra, we all know he's the favorite to win this match, and rightfully so. I gotta be honest, if Adam Cole never got hurt, I believe that Kyle, Mother effing Fletcher, would still win that TNT Championship. It doesn't matter. I believe that Adam Cole was going to drop that belt to Kyle Fletcher no matter what. Oh yeah, by the way, can somebody please tell Danny Garcia, do not do a Three Amigos off the top rope. That doesn't make any sense. You are killing and destroying what it means to get superplexed. Hell, I hate when Seth Freaky Rollins does it. I hate when he does a superplex into a Falcon Arrow. It's like, hold on, bro. A superplex should be enough. That's a devastating move to take a superplex off the top rope. Why are you doing a Falcon Arrow afterwards? But this is way worse. Why would you do a Three Amigos off the top rope? That makes no fucking sense. You are killing the superplex. Because one superplex should be enough. He needs to realize that he gets no pops when he does a superplex Three Amigos because the crowd don't like it. It's like, bro, a regular Three Amigos gets a bigger pop than your superplex Three Amigos, man. Like, calm down. Don't do that move. Who's telling him to do these moves? Nobody pops for the superplex Three Amigos because it makes no logical sense. And yes, bitch, fake pro wrestling can be logical. Yes, it can. That's the point of fake pro wrestling. It is an art form. So yes, it can be logical. It's called combat simulation. I had some dumbass tell me that it's fake pro wrestling. It's not supposed to be logical. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you dummy. It's fake pro wrestling. It should be logical. You see, I don't make videos about other YouTubers. That's a waste of time. How about this? I make videos about you dumb fucks who make stupid comments. How about that? That's called irony. Once again, I don't make videos about loser YouTubers, but I do make videos about you dumb fucks who make dumb comments towards me. That's called irony. That actually draws me more viewers. When I make content that's based on you people who say stupid, dumb shit in comment sections. Now, let's talk about the outcome of this match, the four-way. I can't believe the Cobra lost. I can't believe Kyle mother effing Fletcher lost this match. I didn't see it coming. I got swerved. I forgot that Goldust is from Texas, so they gave him a hometown discount. That's what happened. That's fucked up. They gave Goldust a hometown discount. The only reason they gave him that belt was because it was in Texas. That's called a hometown discount. I don't like it. I don't know why. Like, bro, just give the belt to Kyle mother effing Fletcher, man. Why make things complicated? Dustin Rhodes? Goldust? Like, why? This was an awful booking decision. So, yes, Goldust is your new TNT Heavyweight Champion. So, let's talk about the next match. Isaiah Swerve Scott with Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. Now, I did enjoy Isaiah Swerve Scott's entrance because he brought back a throwback. He brought back Shaka Khan's theme song in his entrance. That was great stuff. I do respect that. Going back to his roots. Oh yeah, by the way, I've just noticed something. Nobody ever corrects me when I call him Isaiah Swerve Scott. That's hilarious. Also, Isaiah Swerve Scott, he got no pop. He got no reaction at All In Texas. Know why? Because that's King Bookaz's hometown state. They still remember him saying, fuck King Bookaz. So that's why Isaiah Swerve Scott got no reaction in Texas, and rightfully so. Keep King Bookaz's name out your effing mouth. I would say the best part of this whole entire match was when all four men, they were in the ring at the same time, and they all did video game like bullshit. That was a great spot. I think it was maybe 2 minutes worth, but it was still solid. What I mean is they were doing flippy dippy kung fu bullshit for like 2 minutes. I would say that was the best part of the whole entire match. All right, so last week I made a video, a YouTube Shorts, about how the Young Bucks, they have the worst finisher of all time. I'm talking about the EVP trigger. I said that why would Isaiah Swerve Scott not get up and just whoop their ass? He's bigger and stronger than both men combined. So during this match, they tried to do a EVP trigger on Isaiah Swerve Scott. And guess what? He got up and he just whooped their ass. I'm like, bro, that's common sense. Damn it. Finally, all Elite Fake Pro Wrestling is listening to common sense. Just have Isaiah Swerve Scott get up and beat him up. That's more realistic. Now that's logical. You see? That's logical. I'm glad they listened. So, who won this match? It was Isaiah Swerve Scott and Will Ospreay. They beat the Bucks, and I'm guessing the Bucks are no longer EVPs. Well, on TV. So, what is my grade for this match? I will give it a 6.5 out of 10 because this match had too many spots that were pointless. Too many spotty, flippy dippy spots. I do understand that this is fake pro wrestling, but you gotta make things look more realistic. Too many choreographed spots. So let's talk about the next match, the female casino gauntlet battle royal. Now, the only reason I watched this match because I wanted to watch super thick Chris Ashlander, super thick Willow Nightingale, and sexy ass Megan Bayne. So it looks like Ember Moon won this match, and she will get a title shot at the Female World Heavyweight Championship. Do I care? No. I am not a fan of Ember Moon. Now, let's talk about the next match. The Hurt Business, Bobby Lashley, Benjamin Shelton versus Kevin Hayes with Speedball Mike Bailey, the Taekwondo Master, versus Christian Cage and Nick Wayne's World for the All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling's Tag Team Heavyweight Championships. Obviously, the Hurt Business will win this match because we ain't down with that chicken and jobbing. Oh yeah, by the way, Taekwondo Master Speedball Mike Bailey can whoop Bobby Lashley's ass in a fight if they ran that fade. So, who won this match? It was the Hurt Business. Look here, man, we hurt people, and that's why the Hurt Business won this match. They were hurting people in this match, but Bobby Lashley did not hurt Speedball Mike Bailey, the Taekwondo Master. Don't get it twisted. Speedball Mike Bailey can whoop Bobby Lashley's ass in a real fight, and that is facts on facts. Speedball Mike Bailey is a Taekwondo master. But after the match was the best part of the whole entire night. Adam Copeland, Edge, came back to help Christian Cage because Nick Wayne's World turned heel on Christian Cage, and I guess those guys are no longer father and son. Man, I can't believe Christian Cage will no longer be smashing Nick Wayne's World's super thick mom. Listen, you gotta give Christian Cage props. For the past 2 years, he's been smashing Nick Wayne's super thick mom. So it looks like Nick Wayne's World is back to being plain and generic. It looks like it's going to be a tag team match player with Christian Cage with Edge versus FTR. I'm not gonna lie though, I love Christian Cage as a heel. He is a natural dick heel. I don't like Christian Cage as a babyface. He's a better heel. So let's talk about the next match. Big Booty, Timeless, Toni Storm versus Sasha Banks for the Female All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling's World Heavyweight Championship. This was actually a great match between Sasha Banks versus Big Booty Timeless Toni Storm, only because of Toni Storm. Toni Storm is a better fake pro wrestler than Sasha Banks. We all know that. And I loved how Big Booty Timeless Toni Storm, she used Ahmed Johnson's finishing move, the Pearl River Plunge. That was great shit. That was a great spot. But I don't know how Sasha Banks kicked out of 3 Storm Zeros. I'm like, huh? That's how you know she does have full creative control. FCC. Who kicks out of 3 pile drivers in a row? Make that make sense. Especially frail little Sasha Banks. That's insane in the membrane. She's not better than Big Booty Timeless Toni Storm. And also, right on cue, Big Booty Timeless Toni Storm, she just beat Sasha Banks with a top rope Storm Zero. That was great shit. This was the right outcome. Sasha Banks is not better than big booty timeless Toni Storm. That's crazy. I told you. She's better. Sasha Banks is not that good. She doesn't deserve to become the female world heavyweight champion. These are facts. This was a great match only because of big booty timeless Toni Storm. She kept Sasha Banks in line, right? She stopped Sasha Banks from spamming moves, which means big booty timeless Toni Storm, she called this match. I believe that this was Sasha Banks' best match of her whole entire All Elite Tag Pro Wrestling run. Now, let's talk about the next match. Kenny Omega versus Okada for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, a title versus title match. Also, my score for the last match, I will give it an 8 out of 10, only because of big booty timeless Toni Storm made Sasha Banks look good. Now, when it comes to this match, what do I give it? I will give it a 7 out of 10. Omega and Okada, those two men have had better matches than this. This was a very watered down version of their past matches. But Okada won this match, and rightfully so. He was the rightful winner. He deserved to win this match. So, finally, the last match on the card. Dean Ambrose versus Adam Heyman Page for the All Elite Tag Pro Wrestling's World Heavyweight Championship. Man, this was a 5-hour show. That's insane in the membrane. That's too damn long. Now, people are saying that this show is their WrestleMania. I don't think so. Because I always felt like Double or Nothing was their real WrestleMania. This was a great match. I mean, what do you expect? This was a Texas death match. So of course, we are going to see a bloody, violent fight. This match was super bloody, and I liked it. My favorite part of this whole entire match was when Adam Page gave Marina Shafir an air raid crash through a table. That was great stuff. That's when you know, yeah, she's done. She is not coming back in this match to help Dean Ambrose. Listen, don't get it twisted. This was a badass hardcore match. I was a huge fan of this match. This was violent for all the right reasons, because this was a Texas death match. So of course it's going to be violent. So Darby Allin and Daniel Bryan, they came to help out Adam Heyman Page dethrone the Death Riders BBC Club and Dean Ambrose. Actually, my choice to dethrone Dean Ambrose is actually Darby Allin. Man, that was a crazy spot seeing Dean Ambrose give Adam Page a DDT on spikes, on a bed of spikes. That was insane. But I spoke too soon. It looks like I was wrong. Adam Heyman Page, he just beat Dean Ambrose for the All Elite Tag Pro Wrestling's World Heavyweight Championship. He got choked out via being hung. That's hilarious. Hangman Page beat Dean Ambrose while hanging him. That's funny and ironic. I must say, this victory was well deserved. Listen, anybody but Dean Ambrose, we need to see that championship on TV. Why is that belt in a briefcase? You are hurting the product. So this was the right outcome. Anybody but Dean Ambrose as the world champion, I'm all for it. So what is my grade for this match? I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for death match standards. But what is my grade for this whole entire show? I will give it a 7 out of 10, and I'm done.